My name is Elena Vasquez and I am 34 years old and 21 days ago I became a widow. The morning my husband died I called my parents with tears running down my face and I could barely push the words out of my mouth. My mother said, "Honey, we are in the middle of Cassandra's surprise brunch and can this wait until later?" It could not wait. My husband was gone forever. But apparently my younger sister's avocado toast and mimosas mattered more than my broken heart. Days later they showed up at my front door not to grieve with me but to demand half of everything Daniel left behind. They said I could not be trusted with that kind of money. They said Cassandra needed it more. They said family helps family when family is in need. But when my 9-year-old daughter Sofia handed them a plain white envelope and asked, "Is this why you came?" everything changed. Inside was a letter from my late husband, and when they read it their hands started shaking. Before I tell you what was in that letter, please take a moment to like and subscribe, but only if you believe people should stand up for themselves when family crosses the line, and drop a comment telling me where you are watching from and what time it is there. I love knowing this story is reaching people all over the world. Let me take you back to the day it all started. It was a Friday evening, November 8th. I was folding towels in the living room while Sofia watched cartoons upstairs in her room. Daniel had gone to pick up dinner from a place we love near the river. "Just a quick run," he said. 20 minutes there and back. He kissed me at the door and asked if I needed anything else. I laughed and told him I just needed him back safe. Those were the last words I ever said to him. My phone rang at 7:14 in the evening. Unknown number. I almost did not answer. "Mrs. Vasquez," a woman's voice said, professional but gentle. "This is Riverside Memorial Hospital. I am calling about your husband Daniel Rivera." The laundry slipped from my hands and hit the floor. There was an accident on Highway 26. A driver ran a red light. "I am so sorry, Mrs. Vasquez, but your husband did not survive." I do not remember what I said next. I think I screamed. I know I dropped the phone. Sofia came running downstairs, her face pale with fear. Mommy, what is wrong?" I could not answer her. I could barely breathe. I picked up my phone with shaking hands and dialed my parents. They would know what to do. They would come. They had to come. Mom answered on the 4th ring. I could hear music in the background. Laughter. The clink of glasses. "Elena," she said, her voice bright and cheerful. "Sweetheart, what is it?" "Mom," I tried again, my voice cracking. "Daniel, Mom, honey, we are in the middle of Cassandra's surprise brunch. Can this wait?" I tried one more time. "Mom, Daniel is dead." There was a pause. 2 seconds of silence that felt like 2 years. "Oh honey, that is terrible," she said, her tone shifting only slightly. "But we are with guests right now. We will call you tomorrow, okay?" I heard my father's voice in the background. "Is everything okay?" "It is, Elena," Mom replied. "Nothing urgent." The line went dead. I sat on the kitchen floor, phone still pressed to my ear, and felt something inside me break that had nothing to do with Daniel's death. The funeral was 5 days later, November 13th, a Wednesday. I stood at the front of the chapel, one hand gripping Sofia's small fingers, the other resting on the polished wood of Daniel's casket. The room was full. His co-workers from the architecture firm. College friends. Neighbors we had known for years. People who cared. People who showed up. But not my parents. Not my sister. Sofia looked up at me with wide, confused eyes. "Mommy, where is Grandma and Grandpa?" I swallowed hard. "They are busy, sweetheart. But Daddy died." "I know, baby." She did not ask again. At 9 years old she already understood more than she should have. Daniel's supervisor, Mr. Chen, came over during the reception. He shook my hand firmly, his eyes red-rimmed. "He talked about you and Sofia every day," he said. "He was so proud of you both. And he set everything up to make sure you would be okay." I nodded, not trusting my voice. "If you need anything," Mr. Chen continued, "anything at all, call me." That night, after everyone left and Sofia finally fell asleep, I checked my phone. 6 missed calls, all from friends offering help. None from my family. But there was one text message from Cassandra sent at 11:52 at night. "Hey sis, heard about Daniel? That is rough. Call me when you are free." I stared at the message. Rough. Like Daniel dying was a bad day at work. Like losing the love of my life was just an inconvenience. I did not respond. Instead, I opened social media. Cassandra's stories were still up from the weekend. Photos of her brunch celebration. Champagne flutes raised. Her caption reading, "Blessed with the best family." I closed the app and cried myself to sleep on Daniel's side of the bed. The next morning I forced myself to sit at the kitchen table with Daniel's laptop and face reality. Bills, bank accounts, insurance papers. Daniel had always handled the finances, not because I could not but because he enjoyed it. Now I had to figure everything out alone. The numbers swam in front of my eyes. The house was paid off. Daniel had insisted on that years ago. "If anything ever happens to me," he had said once, half joking, "at least you will have a roof over your head." I had laughed then. It was not funny anymore. There was $200,000 in savings. A life insurance policy for $600,000. Investment accounts I did not fully understand. A college fund for Sofia that Daniel had been contributing to since she was born. I had never managed this much money before. For 8 years I had been a stay-at-home mom. It was a choice we made together. Daniel's job paid well and Sofia needed me. But now looking at these numbers I felt overwhelmed. My phone buzzed. A text from Cassandra. "Seriously, call me." I set the phone down. Another notification. An email from someone named Walsh, a law firm downtown. The subject line read, "Estate of Daniel Marco Rivera." I opened it with trembling hands. "Dear Mrs. Vasquez, I am the executor of your husband's will. Daniel retained our services 8 months ago to ensure his estate was properly managed. Please schedule an appointment at your earliest convenience to discuss the terms of his estate. Sincerely, Gerald Walsh, Esquire." 8 months ago. Daniel had planned this 8 months ago and never mentioned it. I stared at the email for a long time. What else had he prepared? What else had he known? 4 days after the funeral, the doorbell rang at 10 in the morning. I was not expecting anyone. Sofia was upstairs in her room drawing pictures of her father. Her therapist said it would help her process. I wiped my hands on my jeans and opened the door. My parents stood on the porch. Cassandra was behind them holding a coffee cup from a chain cafe. Elena, mom, stepped forward and pulled me into a brief hug. Her perfume was overwhelming. "We are so sorry we could not make it to the funeral, dear. Cassandra's event was already planned. You understand." I stood frozen. "The funeral was 5 days ago." "I know, sweetheart, but we are here now." She walked past me into the house like she owned it. Dad followed, giving my shoulder an awkward pat. Cassandra trailed behind, her eyes scanning the living room. "Nice place," she murmured. "Daniel really did well for himself." I closed the door and turned to face them. My heart was pounding. "What are you doing here?" "We came to see you," Mom said, settling onto the couch. "To check on you and Sofia." Dad sat in Daniel's chair. I wanted to tell him to move, but the words stuck in my throat. "Where is Sofia?" Cassandra asked. "Upstairs drawing." "Poor thing," Mom said. "This must be so hard for her." I waited. Something felt wrong. They were not here to comfort me. The air was too thick with tension, too deliberate. Dad cleared his throat. "Elena, we need to talk about Daniel's estate." There it was. Mom leaned forward. "You are still young, honey. Managing that much money is complicated. We think it is best if we help." Cassandra added, "Yes, sis. You have never worked in finance. We just want to make sure Sofia's future is secure." I felt my hands curl into fists. Dad reached into his briefcase and pulled out a folder. He set it on the coffee table between us. "We consulted a lawyer," he said. "As your parents, we have the right to contest the will if we believe you are not capable of managing it properly." My mouth went dry. Mom's voice was gentle, reasonable. "We are not being greedy, Elena. But 50% should go to family to help Cassandra start her business and secure our retirement." I looked at Cassandra. She would not meet my eyes. "I have been working on this startup for 3 years," she said quietly. "This is my chance. You want half." My voice sounded hollow. "Half of what Daniel left for Sofia and me." Dad sighed. "Do not be dramatic. You will still have plenty, and we are family. We take care of each other." I thought of the phone call. Can this wait? I thought of the funeral they missed. The brunch with champagne and captions about being blessed. This is what family meant to them. I stood up. "I need time to think." Mom's expression tightened just slightly. "Of course, dear, but do not take too long. Cassandra's investors are waiting." Dad tucked the folder back into his briefcase. "We will give you a week, but Elena, be reasonable about this. We are only trying to help." They stood to leave. Cassandra paused at the door. I really am sorry about Daniel, she said. The words sounded rehearsed. I did not respond. After they left, I locked the door and leaned against it. Upstairs, Sofia's footsteps creaked across the floor. I heard her little voice talking to herself, probably narrating her drawing. I thought of Daniel, of the email from the lawyer, of what he had said once years ago after a tense Thanksgiving with my family. If anything ever happens to me, do not let anyone take what is yours and Sofia's. I have made sure of it. I pulled out my phone and called Mr. Walsh. The phone calls started the next day. Mom called at 9 in the morning, then again at noon, then at 3 in the afternoon, 5 in the evening, and 7 at night. I let every call go to voicemail. Cassandra sent texts. Hey, have you thought about what we discussed? Then we are just trying to look out for you. Then do not shut us out, Elena. Dad left a voicemail on the second day. His voice was stern. Elena, this is getting ridiculous. We are trying to help you. Call us back. I did not. I was scheduled to meet Mr. Walsh on Friday. 3 more days. I could hold out 3 more days. Sofia noticed. Mommy, why is Grandma calling so much? I knelt down to her level. They just want to check on us, baby. She tilted her head, studying my face. You look sad when the phone rings. Kids see everything. On Thursday afternoon, Cassandra posted online. The post was vague but pointed. Sometimes family disappoints you when you need them most. Within an hour, 3 friends had texted me. Is everything okay? Saw Cassandra's post. What happened? Are you in a fight with your family? I turned my phone off. That evening I sat with Sofia on the couch. We watched her favorite movie, something about a princess and a dragon. She curled against my side, her small hand holding mine. Mommy, she whispered during a quiet scene. Yeah, baby. Is Daddy watching us? My throat tightened. I think so. Good, she squeezed my hand. Then he knows we are okay. I kissed the top of her head and tried to believe it. Friday morning I put on my best dress, the navy one Daniel always said made me look confident. I needed that confidence now. Mr. Walsh's office was downtown in an old brick building with tall windows. The law office smelled like old books and furniture polish. A receptionist led me down a hallway lined with legal texts and framed degrees. Mr. Walsh's name was on a brass plate beside a heavy wooden door. He stood when I entered, a man in his mid-50s with gray hair and kind eyes. Mrs. Vasquez, he shook my hand firmly. I am so sorry for your loss. Daniel was a good man. Thank you. I sat in the leather chair across from his desk. He opened a thick file folder. Your husband came to see me 8 months ago. He was very specific about what he wanted. He never told me. Mr. Walsh smiled gently. He did not want to worry you, but he wanted to make sure you and Sofia would be protected no matter what. Protected from what? He pulled out a document and slid it across the desk. From people who might try to take advantage of your grief. I stared at the papers. Last will and testament of Daniel Marco Rivera. Everything goes to you and Sofia, Mr. Walsh explained. The house, all financial accounts, life insurance, investments. It is an airtight will. Your parents have no legal claim unless they can prove undue influence or mental incapacity, which they cannot. Relief flooded through me. So they cannot take anything. They can try to contest it, he said carefully. But it will cost them legal fees and they will fail. Daniel made sure of that. He paused, then reached into the folder again. There is one more thing. Daniel left you a letter. He asked me to give it to you when this moment came. He handed me an envelope. My name was written on it in Daniel's handwriting. My hands shook as I opened it. The letter was 2 pages front and back. Daniel's handwriting, messy but familiar. I had seen it on grocery lists, birthday cards, sticky notes left on the bathroom mirror. My dearest Elena, if you are reading this, it means I am gone and someone is trying to take what belongs to you and Sofia. I am going to guess it is your parents. Probably with Cassandra's support. My breath caught. I know your parents. I have watched how they treat you versus Cassandra for 8 years. I have sat through Christmases where they gave her expensive gifts and gave you gift cards. I have listened to them praise her accomplishments while dismissing yours. I have seen you smile through it all because you did not want to cause trouble. They will come after the inheritance. Not because they need it, but because they think you are weak and will not fight back. Tears blurred the words. Elena, you are the strongest person I know. You just never had a reason to show it. You have raised our daughter with love and patience. You have made our house a home. You have supported my career and never once complained about the long hours or the stress. You are not weak. You are not incapable. And you deserve every penny I worked for because you worked just as hard making our family a family. I have set up everything so that you and Sofia will be safe. Trust Mr. Walsh. Trust the process and trust yourself. There is a second envelope in my desk drawer at home labeled for Sofia's hands only. Give it to her when they come asking. She will know what to do. I love you. I am sorry I had to leave. But I promise I am still protecting you. Forever yours, Daniel. I folded the letter carefully and looked up at Mr. Walsh through tears. He knew, I whispered. He knew exactly what they would do. Yes, Mr. Walsh said gently. He did. I drove home in a daze. Daniel's letter was in my purse, pressed against my heart like a talisman. Sofia was with a neighbor. Mrs. Park had offered to watch her during my appointment. The house was empty when I walked in silent. I went straight to Daniel's office. We had never changed it after he died. His coffee mug still sat on the desk, half full and forgotten. His jacket hung on the back of his chair. Photos of Sofia lined the bookshelf. First day of kindergarten, gap-toothed smile princess costume from last Halloween. I opened the bottom drawer of his desk. The envelope was right where Daniel said it would be, white, business size, with Sofia's name written in careful block letters. For Sofia's hands only when they asked. I held it up to the light. I could not see through the paper. Every instinct screamed at me to open it to know what Daniel had planned. But the instructions were clear. Sofia's hands, not mine. I heard the front door open. Mommy, Sofia's voice called out. Mrs. Park brought me home. I stood quickly, slipping the envelope into my pocket. Sofia appeared in the doorway. She looked at me standing in her father's office and her expression softened. Do you miss Daddy? Every second, I said honestly. She walked over and hugged my waist. Me too. I held her tight. Sofia, I need to ask you something. She looked up. Okay. If Grandma and Grandpa come back and they ask about money, I need you to give them something. Can you do that for me? She nodded seriously. What is it? I pulled out the envelope and handed it to her. She read the label slowly. This is for me. It is from Daddy. He wanted you to give it to them. Sofia's eyes widened. When? You will know when. Mom called again on Sunday morning. This time I answered. Elena. Her voice was bright relief. Finally, sweetheart, we need to talk. I am listening. Not over the phone. We are having a family lunch at our house this Sunday. Please come. I gripped the phone tighter. I do not think that is a good idea right now. Elena, we need to resolve this. Uncle Marcus and Aunt Diane will be there too. We are all worried about you. Uncle Marcus and Aunt Diane. She was building an audience. This was not just a family lunch. It was a trap. They wanted to pressure me in front of everyone. I will think about it, sweetheart. Mom's voice hardened just slightly. This is not optional. Family needs to be together, especially after a loss like this. 1:00. Do not be late. She hung up before I could respond. I stood in the kitchen staring at my phone. I could refuse to go. I could ignore them all. But something Daniel wrote kept echoing in my mind. You are the strongest person I know. You just never had a reason to show it. Maybe it was time to show it. I called out to Sofia. She came downstairs still in her pajamas. What is up, Mommy? We are going to Grandma and Grandpa's house for lunch next Sunday. Her face lit up then fell. Will they be nice to us? The question broke my heart. 9 years old and already learning that family could hurt you. I do not know, baby, but we will be okay. I promise. That evening I helped Sofia pick out a dress for Sunday. She chose her favorite, the blue one with white flowers that Daniel had bought her for her birthday. Should I bring the envelope Daddy left, she asked. I looked at her, surprised by how perceptive she was. Not yet, baby, but bring your little purse. We will keep it safe there. Sunday arrived too quickly. I pulled into my parents' driveway at 12:55 in the afternoon. 9 cars were already parked along the street. My stomach twisted. Sofia held my hand as we walked to the door. She tucked the envelope carefully into her small purse. I could see the corner peeking out. Cassandra opened the door. Elena, Sofia. She smiled, but it did not reach her eyes. Come in. The dining room was full. Uncle Marcus and Aunt Diane sat at the far end. Cousin Ryan was there with his wife. Cousin Leah waved at Sofia. My parents stood near the kitchen talking in low voices. Everyone stopped when we entered. Elena mom hurried over, pulling me into a hug that felt performative. I am so glad you came. Dad gestured to two empty chairs. Sit down. Let us eat first, then we will talk. The meal was silent in all the wrong ways. People made polite conversation about whether sports Leah's new job, but kept glancing at me like I was a problem to be solved. Sofia ate her pasta quietly, her purse tucked beside her chair. After dessert, Uncle Marcus cleared his throat. Elena, we heard about the inheritance. That is quite a sum. The room fell silent. Aunt Diane added carefully, we are all family here. We should support each other. I set down my fork. What are you saying? Dad leaned forward. We are saying that $600,000 is a lot of money for someone who has never managed finances before. And we are worried, Mom said, about you making decisions while you are grieving. Cassandra spoke up. We just think it would be better if the family helped manage it for Sofia's sake. I looked around the table. Every pair of eyes was on me, waiting, judging. This was their plan. Outnumber me. Make me feel small. Sofia's hand found mine under the table. Dad stood up, his voice taking on that authoritative tone he used when he wanted to end a discussion. Elena, we have all discussed this. We think you are making a mistake by keeping everything. You discussed my husband's estate without me. We are trying to protect you, Mom said. Cassandra leaned forward. You have never handled money before. What if you lose it all? What about Sofia's future? Sofia's future is secure, I said quietly. Daniel made sure of it. Did he, Dad challenged? Or did he assume you would have family support? Uncle Marcus shifted uncomfortably. Vincent, maybe she needs to hear this. Dad cut him off. Elena, your mother and I raised you. We sacrificed for you. Do we not deserve something for all those years? The room felt too small, too hot. Cousin Ryan added, my parents helped raise you too. They were always there for family events. I felt my face flush. And where were you all at Daniel's funeral? Silence. Where were you? I continued, my voice shaking, when I called to say my husband was dead. Mom's face went pale. Elena, we explained. You were at a birthday brunch, I said, drinking champagne while I planned my husband's funeral alone. Cassandra stood up. That is not fair. We came as soon as we could. 3 days later, asking for money. We are asking you to be reasonable, Dad said, his voice rising. Daniel did not understand that family takes care of each other. He did not know how we do things. You are being selfish, Cassandra said, her voice sharp. The room went silent. Everyone stared at me, waiting for me to fold, to apologize, to give in. Sofia squeezed my hand tighter. Then she let go and stood up. Hey everyone, if you have ever been in a situation where your whole family stood against you, hit that like button so I know you understand what I felt in that moment. And if you want to see how a 9-year-old changed everything with one simple question, make sure you are subscribed, because what happens next is something nobody at that table expected. Now watch what my daughter did. Sofia walked around the table toward my parents. Her little shoes clicked on the hardwood floor. The room watched her with curious, uncertain expressions. Grandpa. Her voice was small but clear. Dad's face softened immediately. Yes, sweetheart. Can I say something? Of course you can. Sofia reached into her purse and pulled out the white envelope. She held it carefully, the way she held precious things like the rocks she collected from the park or the drawings she made of her father. She walked up to Dad and held out the envelope. Daddy told me to give you this when you came to ask. Mom frowned. Ask for what, honey? Sofia looked up with those wide, innocent 9-year-old eyes. For money. That is why you came, right? The room went completely still. Dad took the envelope slowly. His hand trembled slightly. Sofia, sweetheart, we are not here for money. We are here because we love you and your mommy. Sofia tilted her head. Then why did Grandma say you needed 50%? I watched my mother's face drain of color. And why did you not come when Daddy died? Sofia continued. Mommy cried all night. I heard her. Aunt Diane's fork clattered against her plate. Dad stared at the envelope in his hands. The handwriting on it. Daniel's handwriting stared back. For Sofia's hands only when they asked. Cassandra leaned over. What is it? Uncle Marcus watched from the other end of the table, his expression unreadable. Dad's fingers fumbled with the seal. He pulled out 2 folded pieces of paper, a letter, and what looked like legal documents. He started reading. His face went from pale to flushed in seconds. Mom grabbed his arm. What does it say? Dad's hand started shaking. Cassandra snatched the letter from Dad's hands. What does it say? She scanned the first few lines and her face went white. You cannot be serious. Read it out loud, Aunt Diane said quietly. Cassandra's hands shook. She cleared her throat. To Vincent and Gloria Vasquez. If you are reading this, it means you have asked my wife and daughter for money after my death. The room erupted in whispers. Keep reading, I said calmly. Cassandra continued, her voice cracking. I knew this would happen. I have known for years how you treat Elena compared to Cassandra. I have watched you dismiss her accomplishments and prioritize your younger daughter at every turn. Mom stood up. This is ridiculous. Daniel had no right. Keep reading, Cassandra, I repeated. She looked at me, then back at the letter. I have left 100% of my estate to Elena and Sofia Vasquez. This is my legal right and my choice. They are my family. They are my priority. Uncle Marcus leaned forward, listening intently. If you attempt to contest this, will Cassandra paused, swallowing hard. If you attempt to contest this, will my attorney Gerald Walsh has been instructed to release documentation of your refusal to attend my funeral. Cousin Ryan's eyes widened. You did not go to the funeral. Cassandra kept reading, her voice barely above a whisper. Specifically the phone call on November 8th at 7:19 in the evening, where Elena informed Gloria of my death and Gloria chose to stay at Cassandra's surprise brunch. This phone call was recorded as part of my emergency contact protocol. It is time-stamped and verified. The room exploded. You did not go to his funeral, Aunt Diane asked, her voice rising. You knew he died and you stayed at a party. Leah stared at my mother. Mom tried to speak. It was not we were going to, but no one was listening anymore. Cassandra's voice shook as she continued reading. The call was recorded through my employer's emergency contact system. The timestamp is verified. The content is indisputable. Dad grabbed the second paper, a photocopy of the will. His eyes scanned it frantically. Furthermore, Cassandra read, her face crumbling. Any attempt to publicly shame or pressure Elena will result in this documentation being shared with your church community and extended family network. I do not make this threat lightly. I make it to protect my wife from people who have spent her entire life making her feel less than. Mom sank into her chair. Daniel would not. He did, I said quietly. He knew exactly what you would do. Uncle Marcus stood up abruptly. Vincent, Gloria, his voice was cold. You did not attend your son-in-law's funeral. We were going to come later, Dad protested. Cassandra's brunch was more important. Marcus' jaw clenched. Are you serious? Aunt Diane looked at Mom with disgust. I was at that brunch. You never mentioned Elena's husband dying. I did not want to ruin Cassandra's day, Mom whispered. So you ruined Elena's. Leah spoke up, her voice sharp. She lost her husband and you could not even show up. Ryan shook his head slowly. And now you are here demanding money. Cassandra set the letter down on the table. Her hands were still trembling. The will is legal, she said hollowly. Signed, notarized, witnessed. He left everything to Elena and Sofia. There is nothing we can do. Dad stared at the papers. This cannot be enforceable. The recording is perfectly legal in this state, I said. I had looked it up. Single party consent. Daniel was on the call. He had every right to record it. The silence that followed was deafening. I stood up slowly. Sofia immediately came to my side, slipping her hand into mine. Daniel knew this would happen, I said, my voice steady. Because it has happened my whole life. Cassandra always got the attention, the support, the benefit of the doubt. Elena, Mom started. I was the responsible one, the one who did not need help, the one who would figure it out. I looked at each of them, but responsible really meant invisible. It meant you could ignore me when it mattered most. Dad tried to interrupt. Elena, this is family business. No, Dad. This is my business. Daniel's will is legal. Mr. Walsh confirmed it. Everything goes to Sofia and me, and there is nothing you can contest. We raised you, Mom said, tears streaming down her face. Does that not count for something? It does, I said honestly. And I am grateful. But that does not give you the right to half of what my husband left for his daughter. Cassandra stood up. Elena, I did not know they were going to. Yes, you did, I said quietly. You texted me about Daniel dying. You called it rough. Like losing my husband was a bad day at work. She flinched. I picked up my purse. Sofia and I are leaving now. If you want to contest the will, talk to your lawyer. But Mr. Walsh has the recording, the documentation, and a very clear set of instructions. Uncle Marcus cleared his throat. Elena, I think you are doing the right thing. Aunt Diane nodded. If I had known I would have been at that funeral. Leah stood. Me too. I am sorry, Elena. I looked at my parents one last time. You made your choice on November 8th. Now I am making mine. Sofia and I walked to the door. Behind us, voices erupted into argument. How could you not tell us? That was Marcus. Vincent, this is shameful. Diane's voice sharp with anger. Mom, Dad, you need to fix this. Ryan's voice. I did not stop. I did not turn around. I just kept walking. Dad's voice rose above the others. You are going to regret this, Elena. I paused at the doorway, turned back just enough so he could see my face. The only thing I regret is not setting boundaries sooner. Sofia tugged my hand. Let us go, Mommy. We walked to the car in silence. Behind us I could hear the front door slam. More shouting from inside the house. Sofia climbed into her booster seat. I buckled her in my hands, surprisingly steady. Mommy, she said as I started the engine. Are you okay? I looked at her in the rearview mirror, my beautiful perceptive daughter. Daniel's eyes looking back at me. I am more than okay, baby. I am free. The drive home took 18 minutes. Sofia hummed quietly in the backseat, already moving past what had happened. Kids were resilient like that. My phone buzzed as we pulled into the driveway. Texts were flooding in. Leah, I am so sorry. I had no idea they did that. Marcus, your parents owe you an apology. That was inexcusable. Diane, if you need anything, call us. And one from Cassandra. Can we talk, please? I silenced my phone. Inside, Sofia went straight to the kitchen and poured herself a glass of milk. What is for dinner? How about pizza, I suggested. Her face lit up. With extra cheese. With extra cheese. While Sofia watched cartoons, I sat at the kitchen table and finally let myself breathe. Really breathe. For the first time in 3 weeks I felt like I could. Daniel had protected us. Even in death he had protected us. If you have ever had to cut ties with family to protect yourself or your children, leave a heart in the comments. I want you to know you are not alone in that decision. And if you want to see what happened in the weeks after I walked out of that house, hit subscribe, because the story does not end here. Some of my family reached out to apologize. Others never spoke to me again. Here is what happened next. The first thing I did Monday morning was block my parents' numbers, then Cassandra's. It felt like cutting off a limb. Painful but necessary. I kept Marcus and Diane's numbers. They had proven themselves. Leah too. By Tuesday I had an email from Marcus. Elena, Diane and I support your decision completely. If you need anything, child care, a meal, someone to talk to, we are here. I replied with 2 words. Thank you. Wednesday I updated my social media settings, made my profile private, limited who could see my posts. I was not hiding. I was protecting my peace. Thursday I posted something simple, visible only to close friends. Sometimes protecting your peace means disappointing people who never protected yours. Dozens of supportive comments followed. You are so strong, Elena. Good for you for setting boundaries. Your daughter is lucky to have you. Cassandra tried to reach me through another platform. Her message sat in my request folder. Can we talk? I did not know Mom and Dad were going to do that. I never wanted this. I left it unread. Friday evening Sofia asked the question I had been dreading. We were sitting on the couch sharing popcorn and watching a movie. Mommy, will we ever see Grandma and Grandpa again? I muted the television. I do not know, baby. Maybe someday if they learn to respect our boundaries. What are boundaries? It means treating people with kindness and respect even when you do not get what you want. She thought about this. Grandma and Grandpa were not kind. No, they were not. Did Daddy know they would not be? I pulled her close. Yes, that is why he protected us. She was quiet for a moment. Then Daddy was smart. My eyes filled with tears. He really was. We finished the movie. Sofia fell asleep on my lap. I carried her up to bed and tucked her in, kissing her forehead. Downstairs my phone buzzed. Another text from Cassandra. I deleted it without reading. 2 weeks after the family lunch, a certified letter arrived. I stared at it on the kitchen table. The return address was a law firm I did not recognize. Inside was a formal notice. My parents were officially contesting Daniel's will. Their grounds emotional distress and undue influence during estate planning. My hands shook as I read it. Sofia was at school. The house was quiet. I picked up my phone and called Mr. Walsh. He answered on the second ring. Mrs. Vasquez, I have been expecting your call. They are really doing this. Yes, I received the same notice this morning. His voice was calm, steady. Do not worry, they have no grounds whatsoever. But the letter says they are grasping at straws. They have to prove Daniel was mentally unsound or that you manipulated him. Neither is true and they have no evidence. So what happens now? I respond. I send him the documentation, the recording, the will, the affidavit from the witnesses, and I include a warning about their potential legal costs if they continue. How much will that cost me? Nothing. Daniel's estate covers all legal fees for will defense. He planned for this too. I sat down heavily. He really did think of everything. He loved you very much, Mrs. Vasquez. After we hung up, I made tea and sat by the kitchen window. Outside leaves were starting to turn orange and gold. Fall was coming, Daniel's favorite season. Mr. Walsh worked quickly. By the end of the week I had a copy of his response letter. It was professional, thorough and devastating. The recording was attached, timestamped, verified, along with a list of Daniel's medical records showing perfect mental health and statements from his employer, his doctor and 3 friends confirming he was of sound mind when he created the will. 1 week later I received another letter. My parents' lawyer was withdrawing from the case. The news spread through the family like wildfire. Leah called me. Elena, did you hear? Dad and Mom's lawyer dropped them. I heard. Everyone knows now about the funeral, the phone call, everything. She paused. Aunt Gloria tried to explain it at church last Sunday. It did not go well. I did not ask for that, I said quietly. You did not have to. The truth has a way of getting out. That afternoon Mom left a voicemail. Her voice was small, shaky. Elena, I hope one day you can forgive us. We made mistakes. We see that now. I saved the voicemail but did not respond. More information trickled in over the following weeks. Marcus told me that several extended family members had stopped inviting my parents to events. The Thanksgiving invitation list is going around, he said. Your parents are not on it. Marcus, I never wanted. We know, but actions have consequences. They chose a brunch party over your tragedy. People do not forget that. Diane added that several of Mom's friends from church had distanced themselves. Someone asked Gloria point blank if it was true she skipped her son-in-law's funeral. Gloria could not answer. Cassandra apparently told people she was taking a break and moved to her apartment across town. Her social media went quiet. No more brunch posts. No more captions about being blessed. I did not feel victorious. I felt sad. These were my parents, my sister family. But Sofia deserved better. And so did I. Mr. Walsh sent me a final letter. The case is officially closed. No further action will be taken. Your inheritance is secure. I framed Daniel's letter and hung it in my office, a reminder that I was loved, that I was protected, that I was stronger than I had ever known. I met with a financial advisor in December. Her name was Rachel and she specialized in helping young widows manage their finances. You are doing better than most people in your situation, she said, reviewing my accounts. Daniel set everything up well. He was thorough. He was smart. She pulled out a planning document. Let us talk about Sofia's future. We set up a proper college fund investment accounts, a trust that Sofia could not access until she was 25. Everything protected, everything planned. What about you? Rachel asked. What do you want? I had not thought about myself in months. I do not know. That is okay. You do not have to know right now. I also started therapy, not grief counseling, though we talked about Daniel, but therapy to help me understand my family dynamics. You were the scapegoat, Dr. Kim explained. Cassandra was the golden child. Classic family pattern. I just thought I was not good enough. You were always good enough, Elena. They just could not see it. Sofia started seeing a child therapist too. Ms. Torres was gentle, patient. She used art therapy, letting Sofia draw and paint her feelings. She is processing well, Ms. Torres told me after the 3rd session. She misses her father, but she feels safe with you. That is the most important thing. In January, I joined a support group for young widows. 12 women, all under 40, all navigating life after loss. A woman named Angela shared her story. I had to cut off my in-laws. They tried to take my house. Best decision I ever made. Others nodded. They understood. For the first time since Daniel died, I did not feel alone. That evening Sofia started piano lessons, something Daniel had always wanted for her. I sat in the waiting room listening to her fumble through scales and cried. Not from sadness, from healing. 6 months passed. It was May now. The anniversary of Daniel's death was approaching. November 8th, a day I had been dreading, but life had found a new rhythm. Sofia was thriving in school. Her teacher said she was doing remarkably well considering everything. I had started volunteering at the local library twice a week. It was not much, but it gave me purpose, made me feel useful. Sofia's 10th birthday was coming up. I planned a party at our house. Just her school friends Marcus and Diane. Leah, can we have a princess cake? Sofia asked. We can have whatever you want. She hugged me tight. I wish Daddy could be here. Me too, baby. But he would be so proud of you. The party was lovely. 10 little girls running around the backyard playing games, eating too much sugar. Sofia blew out her candles and made a wish. She would not tell me what it was. After everyone left, Marcus pulled me aside. You are doing great, Elena. Really great. Some days are harder than others. That is normal. He squeezed my shoulder. But you are handling it. Sofia's happy. That is what matters. Diane added, have you heard from your parents? I shook my head. No, and that is okay. They had tried reaching out a few times, emails mostly which I left unanswered. I was not ready. Maybe I never would be. Cassandra sent a birthday card for Sofia. It arrived the day before the party. Inside was a gift card to a bookstore and a short note. Happy birthday, Sofia. I miss you. Love, Aunt Cassandra. Sofia looked at it with confusion. Can I use the gift card? Yes. Should I say thank you? I thought about it. If you want to. She wrote a simple thank you note. I mailed it for her. Small steps. Maybe one day there would be healing. But not today. Not yet. I ran into Cassandra at the grocery store in late May. I was in the produce section picking out apples. When I heard someone say my name, I turned. Cassandra stood 3 feet away holding a basket. She looked thinner, tired, older somehow. Elena. Her voice was quiet. Hi, Cassandra. Sofia was with me. She stopped, standing halfway behind me. Cassandra looked at Sofia. Hi, Sofia. You have grown so much. Sofia did not respond, just pressed closer to my side. Cassandra's eyes filled with tears. Look, I know I cannot fix what happened, but I am sorry. I should have been there for you. You are right, I said evenly. You should have. Can we maybe talk sometime, get coffee? I considered this. The old Elena would have said yes immediately, eager to smooth things over to keep the peace. But I had learned something in the past 6 months. I did not owe anyone my peace just to make them comfortable. Maybe, I said carefully, but not right now. Sofia and I are still healing. Cassandra nodded, wiping her eyes. I understand. I deserve that. Take care, Elena. You too. We walked in opposite directions. Sofia looked up at me. Are you sad? A little, but that is okay. Do you think Aunt Cassandra is sad? Probably. Good, Sofia said, then paused. Is that mean? I squeezed her hand. It is honest, and sometimes people need to feel sad about the choices they made. We finished shopping and went home. That night I wrote in my journal something Dr. Kim had encouraged me to do. I saw Cassandra. It hurt less than I expected. Maybe that is progress. Maybe that is healing. Or maybe I just do not have any more anger left to give. I choose peace over winning. I choose Sofia over proving a point. I closed the journal and felt lighter. That evening Sofia and I sat on the porch. Spring was in full bloom now. Flowers in the garden that Daniel had planted years ago. Sofia held a cup of hot chocolate even though it was getting warm outside. Mommy, do you think Aunt Cassandra really meant it? I think she meant it in that moment, I said carefully. But words are easy. Actions take time. Will we ever be a family again? I pulled her close. We are a family, Sofia. You and me and the people who show up for us like Uncle Marcus and Aunt Diane. Exactly. Family is not just blood. It is who is there when it matters. Sofia thought about this, sipping her chocolate. Daddy was always there. He still is, baby, in different ways. She looked up at the sky. Do you think he is watching us? I hope so. We sat in comfortable silence. A year ago I would have been terrified of this silence, terrified of being alone with my thoughts. but now the quiet felt peaceful. Later, after Sofia went to bed, I sat at Daniel's desk. I had slowly been making it my own, clearing out old papers, adding my own things, but I had kept his photos, his coffee mug, his favorite pen. I opened my journal again and wrote, I used to think setting boundaries meant I was being cruel. Now I know it means I am being kind to myself and to Sofia. Daniel taught me that not with words but with his actions. He showed me what it means to protect the people you love even when it is difficult. I paused, then added, I am not perfect at this. I still feel guilty sometimes, but I am learning, and that is enough. One night in early June, I opened Daniel's laptop. I had avoided it for months, but now I felt ready. I created a document and started typing. Dear Daniel, it has been 8 months since you left. Sofia misses you every day. So do I. But I want you to know we are okay because of you. Your letter, your planning, your love. It saved us. Not just financially but emotionally. You gave me permission to stand up for myself, to protect our daughter, to believe I was strong enough. My parents tried to contest the will. They failed. The boundaries you helped me set are holding. I am learning to live without you. But I will never forget what you gave us. Safety, dignity, and a future. Sofia is thriving. She is in 4th grade now, getting straight A's. She plays piano, your dream for her. She talks about you constantly. Daddy would have loved this. Daddy would have been proud. She is right. You would be. I joined a support group. I started therapy. I am rebuilding myself piece by piece. Some days are hard. I still cry when I hear our song on the radio. I still reach for you in the middle of the night and remember you are not there, but I am standing. And Sofia is standing beside me. Your parents called last week. They want to meet Sofia. I said no, maybe one day, but not yet. I am protecting her the way you protected us. Thank you, Daniel, for seeing me, for loving me, for making sure we would be okay. I miss you every second of every day. But I am okay. We are okay. Forever yours, Elena. I saved the file. Letter to Daniel, month 8. There were 7 other letters in the folder, one for each month since he died. I closed the laptop and went to bed feeling peaceful. November 8th arrived. 1 year since Daniel died. Sofia and I drove to the cemetery together. She wore the blue dress, the one Daniel had bought her. I wore his favorite sweater of mine, the gray one he said matched my eyes. We brought flowers, white roses, Daniel's favorite. Sofia knelt by the headstone and placed the flowers carefully. Hi Daddy, I am in 4th grade now. I got an A in math. I knelt beside her, brushing dirt off the stone. We are doing okay, Daniel. Just like you planned. Sofia traced her fingers over his name. Do you think Daddy knows we stood up to Grandma and Grandpa? I smiled. I think he is very proud of us. We sat there for a while talking to him, telling him about Sofia's piano recital, about the library where I volunteered, about the garden that was blooming. On the drive home, Sofia fell asleep in the back seat. I drove slowly, listening to Daniel's favorite song on the radio. I did not cry. I just listened and remembered. At home, I tucked Sofia into bed. She was half asleep. Love you, Mommy. Love you too, baby. In my room, I opened the drawer of my nightstand. Inside was the original letter Daniel had left with Mr. Walsh. I had read it dozens of times, but tonight I read it again. You are the strongest person I know. You just never had a reason to show it. I folded the letter carefully and put it back. 1 year ago, I thought I had lost everything, but I had found something I did not know I had. Myself. 3 weeks later, a text message arrived. It was from Mom, the first direct contact in 9 months. Elena, it is Mother's Day next week. Can we see Sofia? I stared at the message for a long time. Sofia was at a friend's house. The house was quiet. I sat on the couch and thought about what I wanted. Not what they wanted. Not what would keep the peace. What I wanted. The answer came quickly. I typed, not yet. When I am ready, I will let you know. I hit send before I could second guess myself. 3 dots appeared immediately. She was typing. Then they disappeared. No response came. That Sunday was Mother's Day. Sofia made me breakfast. Slightly burnt toast and scrambled eggs. It was perfect. Happy Mother's Day, Mommy. Thank you, baby. She handed me a card she had made at school. The front had a drawing of the 2 of us holding hands. Inside, you are the best, Mommy. Love, Sofia. I hugged her tight and tried not to cry. That afternoon, Marcus and Diane invited us over. Leah was there too. They had prepared lunch and bought me flowers. You are doing great, Elena, Diane said. Being a mother is hard. Being a single mother is harder. You are handling it with grace. I looked at Sofia playing with Leah's dog in the backyard and felt something I had not felt in a long time. Pride. Not pride in what I had survived. Pride in who I had become. That night I got another text, this time from Cassandra. Happy Mother's Day. You are an amazing mom. Sofia is lucky to have you. I read it twice, then typed thank you. Nothing more, nothing less. Small steps. Maybe one day there would be more. But today this was enough. In July something shifted in therapy. Dr. Kim asked me a question I had never considered. What do you want your relationship with your family to look like in 5 years? I opened my mouth to answer, then stopped. I do not know, I admitted. That is okay. You do not have to know right now, she leaned forward. But think about it. Do you want reconciliation? Do you want distance? Do you want something in between? Over the next week I thought about it constantly. I imagined Sofia at 13, at 18, at 21. Did I want her to have a relationship with her grandparents, with her aunt? Yes, but only if they changed. Only if they had earned it. I could not control whether they changed. But I could control my boundaries. At my next session I told Dr. Kim I want the option of reconciliation, but I do not want to force it or rush it. I want them to prove they have changed before they are part of Sofia's life again. That is fair, she said. That is healthy. Is it, I asked. Sometimes I feel like I am being cruel. Protecting yourself is not cruel, Elena. It is necessary. That night I wrote a letter, not to Daniel, this time to myself. Dear Elena, you are not responsible for your parents' choices. You are not responsible for their hurt feelings. You are not responsible for keeping everyone happy. You are only responsible for protecting yourself and Sofia. It is okay to say no. It is okay to wait. It is okay to take your time. You are enough. You have always been enough. Love yourself. I folded the letter and put it in my journal. Some days I needed the reminder, but more and more I was starting to believe it. Today is March 4th, 14 months since Daniel died. I am sitting on the porch watching Sofia play in the yard. She is running through the sprinkler laughing. The sound fills me with joy. My phone buzzes. Another text from Mom. Elena, please. We miss Sofia. I look at the message for a moment, then type 1, I'm not ready. Please respect that. This time she responds. We understand. We will wait. It is not an apology, but it is a start. Sofia runs over, dripping wet. Mommy, can we make cookies? Of course, baby. Let us go. She grabs my hand and pulls me toward the house. I look back at the yard, at the garden Daniel planted, at the swing set he built, at the life we made together. He is not here, but his love still is. Inside we mix cookie dough. Sofia gets flour everywhere. I do not care. These are the moments that matter. While the cookies bake, I think about the journey I have been on. From widow to warrior, from doormat to someone who knows her worth. It was not easy. There were days I wanted to give up. Days I wanted to give in. Days I wanted to just say yes to make everything stop hurting, but I did not. For Sofia, for Daniel, for myself. Sofia pulls cookies from the oven. Perfect. Just like you, I say. That night after Sofia goes to bed, I stand in the doorway of what used to be Daniel's office. My office now. I have made it my own while keeping pieces of him. And I realize I am not just surviving anymore. I am living. If you are in a situation where family expects you to give up what is yours, remember this. Protecting yourself is not selfish. It is necessary. Set your boundaries. Honor your worth. And do not let anyone tell you that love means accepting disrespect. That is my story. If you have ever had to choose between family harmony and your own peace, drop a comment and tell me what you decided. I would love to hear from you. And if you think someone needs to hear this today, please share this video. Thank you for listening. I will see you in the next one. Thank you for following Elena's journey on Whispers of Wisdom. If this story touched your heart, please like and subscribe to support this channel. And do not forget to check the description below. I have links to more stories about setting boundaries, finding strength, and protecting your peace. Remember, you deserve respect even from family. See you in the next video.